Yang has much more charisma than Sanders. He just doesn't have political history or experience. Bernie has charisma. What? LOL. Okay, we can agree to disagree. Trump hates his charisma with a BBQ fasting brush. I am not a Republican. I'm not a Republican. This is just a fucking clickbait title. AF. Clickbait AF, okay? My hyperbole is unfazed. That is because of media blackout. Yeah, like that sentence, cryptic. Hi, NL Quicks, how you doing? If you can't win at even 15% of Democratic primary, then you have 0% chance of winning against Trump. Yang isn't popular. I think Yang brings in a lot of independents, or like people who wouldn't have voted before either. Like a very niche, strange group. But yeah, I don't think he has enough support. Of course you've been baited. This is a debate stream. I love debating people. It's my favorite hobby. Shit, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say words, but I suck at speaking. Oh yeah, but I think in the future, we're gonna have to have UBI. When automation becomes more... When it increases throughout America and takes over more blue-collar jobs, the only way we're gonna be able to have, like, a still productive society without having massive amounts of people in poverty would either be through UBI or perhaps making public education free, which we should already start on, but whatever. Trump has really high charisma stat. He is a warlock or the fiend. IDK if Trump is going to take Pact of the Friend Pact or the Toma level. Yeah, I don't play D&D. I tried playing D&D. That shit, like, fucked me up. I just really, really, really suck at, what is it called? At, like, the little sheets. Like, having to keep up, like, oh, +3 charisma stat. I'd be like, fuck this. I don't want to do that. Problem with Tulsi is she claims to be the most anti-war candidate, but she's viewed as pretty hawkish on Iran, and not tea time has anyone ever challenged her on Glenn Greenwald, mentioned her anti-Muslim stuff in his interview, but never raised the Iran issue. UBI has to be complementary to welfare. I agree, UBI has to be complementary. Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, the rich pocket the money while the poor spend it when they're once out of welfare, increasing the gap even more. Is a hot dog a taco? No, it's not. If Pete was a Bernie spokesman, they would win it, no problem. Bernie is just dodgering old boomer. God, I strongly disagree. I really hope Pete doesn't win. Pete feels robotic when he talks, but I don't understand all the hate either. Well, I just don't understand how you can claim that you want to be, that you're a person of the people. Like, he talks about Bernie taking dark money when he literally takes billionaire donations. I think that's insanity. And I just think in today's modern day America, we need healthcare for all. I look at all these cases of people going bankrupt. Over 54% of the American population is one medical emergency being away from being bankrupt. I see how high life-saving medication is in the United States and nowhere else. I see how taking a freaking ambulance can cost you sometimes more than $20,000. Like, that shit ain't acceptable. You don't get to choose to be sick. That's not a fucking choice. So yeah, I think that things like this I think if you really do care about the general population, you gotta be for healthcare for all. And also free public college as well. I agree regarding the UBI Pixie. I'm glad you agree with me. We all agree Trump is gonna win again. I don't agree with that. Bernie has passion. He emanates authenticity. If you want a president with personality, we've had those. We've had one now. I'd rather have someone who actually wants to change things. Nice blanket, looks comfortable. It is so comfortable. This blanket is like fucking amazing. Why does anyone need assault rifles anyways? Unless it's a gun range, what are they for? Certainly not hunting or personal defense. They're weapons for war. Well, a lot of people, I don't know, like, this sounds crazy. This sounds insane. Call me an extremist. I honestly think Trump is paving the way for a fascist society. And if that's the case, like, you know, guerrilla warfare works. I know that's really extreme. I know that's a super out there take. But it just, the more I think about it, the more I actually am legitimately scared of Trump getting a third presidency. A second presidency. He's already joking about a third. There will be two kinds of people in 10 years. Those who program robots and those who don't have jobs. True, for the most part. Pete is likely to fizzle out after South Carolina. I wonder how he's doing right now on the thing. Or if there's been any updates. I'm gonna Google it. New Hampshire. Primary. Let's see how much. Let's see the updates. Fuck, not this shit again. I hate how the New York Times tries to force you to subscribe. Fuck. Ree! Okay, well, there's no update anyways, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Whatever, it'd be like that. If anybody has any updates, please send it to me. Pizza only non-millionaire candidate. He's taking money from millionaires, though, instead of local people. The whole point of voting Bernie is to shift this country left. Facts. Bernie will divide the country further. The Republicans will not work with him. The Republicans are gonna freaking work with anybody who gets elected. I mean, look at what happened. Look at what happened when Obama was in office. He was a total neoliberal, and they still wouldn't let him elect a federal judge to the Supreme Court. Like, it doesn't matter who gets in. Republicans are not going to want to participate with them. Pete seems robotic. Money from billionaires is dark money. SMH. It is. If we play D&D, I would get you into it. I'm really skeptical about that statement. Step up. Pete wants to be a millionaire. That's why. Why isn't a hot dog a taco? Because it doesn't have the same outer breading. Bernie crushes Republicans with his grassroots supports, and it's the only candidate that can flip the Senate. I feel the same way. Biden's awful at public speaking. Have you guys seen the whole lying dog whistle ponytail whatever stuff? I was like in shock. And people were like, oh, it's just a joke. All I was thinking is, imagine being that woman and having Joe Biden call you a lying dog-faced pony whistler. I would just be in shock. I would be like, what the fuck's happening? Like, it's not a good look. Have some self-consciousness. Pixie's down for D&D stream. Let's create your character. I'm really lazy. You guys can create it for me if you want. From a European perspective, U.S. healthcare system looks so fucked up. I don't know how it's possible for you to accept that. It shouldn't be possible. The U.S. spends double per capita and the next highest spender, not even top 10 access and quality of healthcare. Cost of Medicare in the U.S. is due to a mixing of free market system and government intervention. You need one way or the other, and the free market system is the base of American push for healthcare advancement. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about having a free market system when it comes to healthcare, period. It just incentivizes people to try to charge as much as possible because they know that people are going to have to take the medication or have to get their services. You don't have free choice when you have a heart attack. You don't get to be like, I'm actually going to choose this hospital because it has cheaper rates. No, you're going to get fucking the ambulance called on you, maybe have surgery, and then be stuck with a bill. Yeah, no, I'm not being hyperbolic. I've read cases of ambulances costing $20,000. That's left-wing propaganda. What? The fact that medicine is expensive? Pete's only non-millionaire, and he spends all his time sucking up to millionaires and billionaires. His latest argument against Bernie is, now is not the time to alienate people. He's literally defending Bernie's anti-oligarch philosophy. Don't be mean to the rich people, you guys. IDK, man, Waterdeep. Oh, fuck, where am I? IDK, man, Waterdeep in general doesn't seem like a place where they care about healthcare. They care about making sure the city's intact so they can control people with all the guilt. Oh, fuck you. I was like, oh, what are you talking about? What's your definition for fascism? How is he pushing a fascist policy? Okay, let's search up the literal definition of fascism and we'll just work off this so nobody gets confused. It's usually a right-wing ideology that focuses on totalitarian government. Here. Yeah, fascism is a form of far-right authoritarian ultra-nationalism characterized by dictatorial power, a forcible suppression of opposition, and strong regimentation of society and of the economy, which came in prominence in early 20th century Europe. So I think he's pushing fascist policies in the sense that anybody who disagrees with him, he wants either kicked out of the party, fires them, changes them out for somebody else. I think the fact that he calls everything that they disagree with him on in the media, even if it's verifiable truth, fake news, I also think that's really dangerous. I think joking about a third term, which I'm pretty sure he's not joking about, he's trying to pave the way for that, which I also think is really dangerous. So yeah, I don't know if it's true Obama has a bigger cult of personality. Twice as many Twitter followers. Obama's straight answers during his campaign dodged him his entire presidency. If you like your doctor, you can keep him. I thought people used assault weapons just to shoot random stuff at keeping a flex. True, that people do that too. What are your feelings on the police from your real life experience with countless reports of misconduct? I think definitely our whole police system has to be restructured. I think it's extremely ridiculous that prosecutors are literally afraid of prosecuting police because they might not work with them afterwards. That is crazy. I think the fact that every time a policeman gets in trouble, and they get taken to court, the fact that taxpayers' dollars are the one covering their asses, I also think it's ridiculous. I think they should be forced to have insurance, like certain doctors have to have. I think we just need major police reform across America. I don't know who Dolly Madison was. Only time I've seen assault rifles used civilian-wise is mass shootings. Didn't Bernie have a massive heart attack like last month? He had a heart attack like a couple months ago. But Bernie Sanders doesn't like he already like it's public knowledge. I don't know what you're talking about. You could maybe get into D&D if you use an app. I think there are several, but you can plug in your character sheet and make all your attacks action/buttons. That might be